So, you're thinking about moving to the Greater Lansing, Michigan area, and you're wondering, how was the Greater Lansing market in the year 2024? Well, I'm here to answer some of those questions. I'm gonna look at each and every area and how each and every area appreciated in price year over year. And be sure to stick around until the end, because the last one you are going to be extremely surprised at. And somewhere interspersed within here, I'm going to feature an area that actually had a negative. So it wasn't an appreciation, it was a negative depreciation in home values. You're not gonna wanna miss it. So we're gonna get started with this next episode of Lansing, Michigan Life right now. Hey everybody, Troy Seifert here with the Capital Area Real Estate Specialist in the Greater Lansing, Michigan area. I'm a realtor in the area. I help people buy and sell homes all throughout the area. And you would think with me being in the Lansing, Michigan area, I would have a Detroit Lions shirt on, and I don't. I have Philadelphia Eagles. Go Birds. So Eagles are still in the playoffs. And you might be watching this and you might be from Philadelphia looking to relocate here to Michigan, or you might be from California where the LA Rams are from. You might be from New York where Buffalo Bills are from, or even DC where the Commanders play. Wherever you might be from, we get phone calls from people all over the United States who are looking to move to the Greater Lansing area. So if you're looking to move to the Greater Lansing, Michigan area, we would love to be able to help you out in your home search. Please feel free to call, text, email me, or schedule a Zoom with me. I would love to be able to speak with you. And it doesn't matter whether it's 9 days, 90 days, or 9 months from now. We help people who are maybe even a year or two out. We would love to be able to help you out and just talk with you about your real estate goals. And also, if this is your first time to the channel, your 20th, your 50th time to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it if you would like this video, if you would subscribe, or if you would ring the bell, ding, ding, ding for notifications, so that you can be the first to be notified when a new episode of Lansing, Michigan Life comes online. I would greatly appreciate that, because we have enough videos right now that we're able to determine what do people like, what do they not like. So if I see people liking things or even commenting on this or that, or subscribing more to a video, I'm gonna think, hey, I need to make more content like that. So your feedback is greatly appreciated in this if you definitely could. So I'm gonna get to some statistics here, but before I get to those stats, I do wanna be able to show you, because I do have Philadelphia Eagles garb on, but one of my best friends gave me this last year for the Lions. So I'm an honorary Detroit Lions fan, just to let you know. I'm rooting for the Lions if they don't play the Eagles. So I'm hoping for the Super Bowl this year that I am able to have one of these teams make the Super Bowl. I mean, the Eagles, they did win recently, so it's time for the Lions. I am pulling for them, I really am. So thought you would find that interesting there, as we're in football season right now. So the year 2024 in the Greater Lansing, Michigan area was an okay year. We were about 15 to 20% less in total transactions for the year 2024 than we were the year before. The year before though, which was 2023, we were down further again. And I heard a nationwide statistic that was so interesting, because I feel like nationwide, there are not as many real estate transactions happening. So the amount of real estate transactions nationwide were at a, not all-time low, but we're at the lowest since they had been since the year 1995. 1995. That was such a surprise to me, because I would have thought it was the economic downturn in 2007 to 2012 that real estate transactions would have been less then, but no. In the nation, we had it just goes to show that there's not many buyers buying homes right now, and we're at the lowest amount of transactions since 1995. But the Greater Lansing market is still really healthy. A lot of this is going to be stats, but I think that this is going to be extremely helpful for those of you watching this channel who are looking to relocate, because you could be having a goal where you might be unsure of how long you're going to live in the Greater Lansing area. So you're going to want to be in an area where the home value is going to appreciate over time, so that when you sell it, you don't feel like you're losing money. That's going to be extremely important. Even if you're looking to be in an area and you're thinking, I'm going to be here forever, you never know what's going to happen. You never know what job is going to come up, or whether you're going to have to relocate during due to a life circumstance. So it's important for you to kind of hear some of these stats as you're watching this. You might not be someone who's into data, but I think this is going to be so important for you if you are looking to move here. This is going to be a must. So you know what the home price values are, and you have an idea of how much they appreciate, because then maybe you'll kind of center in or hone in on certain areas, okay? A couple disclaimers I want to give you of how I came up with these stats. First thing with this is that all of these home averages I'm giving to you are all based upon single family residences. So condos are not included in these stats, okay? So first rule with how I came up with these stats. Second thing that you need to know is that the cities I'm going to be featuring, there was a rule that I made that it had to be over 100 homes that were sold in that area in the year 2024. That was another rule I had. And there was a reason for that, because if I do less homes and there's not as many homes in that area, that's really going to mess with what the average could be. The more data, the more homes I have, the more accurate a picture you're going to get. So there were 12 cities that I had. I'm going to save one of the cities. I was towards the bottom, towards the end, because I kind of want to keep you in suspense with what the bottom one was. I'll keep that towards the end. So I am going to start, there's a top 12 here, okay? I'm going to start with number 11. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, you will notice that some of these areas have already come up, some of them haven't, okay? Number 11 was Haslett. Was the city of Haslett, okay? That might surprise some of you because it is a popular area. So Haslett appreciated by 3%, the average sales price. So it was taking the average of all the homes that sold in 2024. So Haslett increased by 3% from $371,000 to $384,000, okay? So 371,000 and some change to $384,000. That was what the increase was, and that also shows you the range of the home values there. So number 11 was Haslett. Number 10 is a city I have not featured yet. I'm gonna have to at some point because it is a large enough city. I don't know when, it might be several months down the line. But number 10 was Charlotte. Again, it's spelled Charlotte. I'm not talking about North Carolina. We're not in North Carolina right now, folks. This is Haslett, Michigan, okay? So number 10 came in as Charlotte. I have not featured a video on this yet. Charlotte came in with a 6% appreciation. So the home value in 2023, again, these are year-to-year stats. I don't know if I made that clear. These are year-to-year stats. So in 2023, the average was at 217,000 and some change, and it went up to 232,000. So 217,000 and some change to 232,000 for a 6% increase. Charlotte is a city that's about 20 to 25 minutes away from the Greater Lansing area. So you are more on the outskirts of everything that Greater Lansing has to offer over there. You just take the interstate north and you're right there. Number nine is Dewitt. Surprising, I was kind of surprised by some of these. Number 9 was Dewitt. Dewitt came in at a 7% increase year over year from 2023 to 2024. The average home price there in 2023 was $373,000. That went up in 2024 to $402,000. So a 7% increase. If you haven't seen my videos about Dewitt, I have a few of them. So feel free to take a look at those. It'll explain to you a little bit more about the city of Dewitt. Also for Haslett, I have them as well too. So feel free to look through those and see more about Haslett. Coming in at number 8 is Lansing. So Lansing is gonna include a lot of zip codes. This is the one that had tons of homes that sold. And it's gonna include the west side of Lansing, the south side of Lansing. Like there's different pockets and different neighborhoods of Lansing. So this is taking all those neighborhoods, combining them together. So Lansing had a 9% appreciation. However, pay attention to the sales price, because in 2023, the average sales price was $159,000. That went up to $172,000 and some change. Okay, so far less than some of these other ones that I have featured. So yes, it did go up by 9%, but the average purchase price is a little bit, is less in the Lansing, Michigan area. But even if you buy in Lansing, it's a decent appreciation still. And again, we were at all-time low of transactions, and that we still have appreciation in these home prices. This is just a market that has been like none other right now. So coming at number 7 is Williamston. That's another city that I have not featured. This is located even further east than Okemos, so it's about another 5 to 10 minute drive to get to anywhere in Lansing. Williamston came in at a 10% increase year to year. So the average purchase price in 2023 in Williamston was $361,000. That climbed up to $398,000 in the year 2024. Williamston is another great suburb, has great schools, and it's just for some people, like it's a little bit of a smaller area and a little bit further away from things in Lansing. Now there's some people that commute and go to Ann Arbor or Brighton. That is going to be a little bit closer to those areas, or Howell is another one, but Howell doesn't really have a whole lot of jobs that, you know, would make people drive to there. But Ann Arbor, Brighton, it would be a little bit closer to there. So Williamston is known as more of a bedroom community for Lansing, but it also can be for Brighton, Ann Arbor, if you're looking to go into those areas as well. Coming in at number 6 is Grand Ledge, Michigan. I have videos on Grand Ledge as well too, lots of them. But this does not include Delta Township. I want you to be aware of that. So this is just gonna be the Grand Ledge area, Grand Ledge City area, anything that had a Grand Ledge address. So that appreciated by 10% as well. So you can say it's kind of tied with Williamston. Average purchase price in 2023 was $319,000. That climbed up to $351,000 in 2024. So Grand Ledge did pretty good. Number 5, and this is a city I'm going to be doing here pretty soon for vlog tours and pros and cons. Coming at number 5 is Mason, Michigan. This is located south of Holt. It's about another 5 to 10 minute drive depending on where you are in Holt. So just south of Lansing, probably a good 20-minute drive to get to anything that you would want to in Lansing, maybe pushing 25 minutes, but you do have a lot of interstates there. So there was an 11% appreciation year over year. 2023, the average purchase price was $273,000 and some change. And then in 2024, it was $306,000. Not bad. Okay, number 4. Number 4, this is another community I have not done yet. I will need to, is St. John's, Michigan. St. John's, Michigan. It's located north, about 10-15 minutes north of Dewitt, but it's an easy highway community that you could probably get to anything within Lansing within 25 to 30 minutes. So some people, if they want to get a little further out and want a little bit more of a rural feel, St. John's has that. So that's why St. John's is still a suburb, but it's not a suburb I have featured yet because it's not as popular of a suburb. So St. John's in the year 2020, appreciation year over year was 11%, just like Mason was. And then the year 2023, it was $251,000 and some change in the year 2023 for average sales price, and then that climbed to $280,000 in the year 2024. So 11% increase there. Coming in at number 3, we are going to get into some communities that you've heard about if you've been following my channel. Number 3 is Okemos. Okemos came in at number 3 with a 13% appreciation year over year. In 2023, average purchase price was $421,000 and some change. And then in 2024, that climbed to $478,500. Wow. So 13% increase in Okemos, even though it's one of the highest average sales purchase prices, people are still buying there and prices are still going up and taxes are still going up. I'm not trying to talk you out of going to Okemos, but it shows you that some people just don't care about it being the most expensive. They just want to be in Okemos, okay? So again, the stats don't lie. Number 2, coming in at number 2 is East Lansing. I have lots of videos about East Lansing. I have videos about Okemos as well too. So you can look at those if you need more information about the community and this is your first time seeing this channel and you haven't looked at my videos. Number 2 is East Lansing. Came in at a 14% increase year over year. $333,000 for the year 2023 for average purchase price. 2024, that climbed to $383,000. Okay, so East Lansing had a very good year in 2024. And I've said this, I think one other time in East Lansing, even in an economic downturn, East Lansing still does well because of having a university and just having people going in and out a lot. East Lansing market still does very well and still thrives. Okay, so before I get into number 1, I want to get into the bottom one because there's a couple cities I haven't featured. One of them I've featured here before. Did it get number 1? I don't know. But coming in last with a negative 2% purchase price year over year. So home prices went down by 2% year over year. Holt came in last. Now you're gonna hear the average purchase price, you're gonna be like, wow, but that's a pretty affordable area. So in 2023, the purchase price went from $273,544 in the year 2023. It went down to $267,000 and some change. So why is that? Why is this the only area that depreciated? I mean, there were a lot of homes that sold in that area. I have some thoughts on that. I think part of it is, I think I've said that the taxes are very high for the community, and it's one of the highest that are there. I feel in people's research that some of the other areas are maybe a little bit more desirable, and I kind of wonder if Holt has reached a plateau. I don't know, we'll see next year. And I'm not saying don't invest in Holt because Holt has very affordable prices, and this is just 1 year's worth of data, right? Holt is still a very good area to be able to live in. It's just for the amount of money you are paying and for how high the taxes are, you might be a little bit more surprised by that. Okay, so I'm getting to number 1. You waited for what is number 1? And number 1 is an area that you have not heard about either. And it was really an area I wasn't going to do some videos on. I was gonna kind of talk about it here and there, but I feel like now I need to go there and do a vlog tour and do some pros and cons. Number 1 is Eaton Rapids. First of all, there's no other Eaton Rapids in the area. So Eaton Rapids, Michigan, number 1 in the Greater Lansing area. Eaton Rapids, the school system has about 2,000 students in it. And the Eaton Rapids, I don't want to say East Lansing, the Eaton Rapids city has about 5,200 people, but then there's a lot of spread out communities within, or townships within Eaton Rapids. And so I would say it's probably safe to say it's about 8,000 or 9,000 people that are more spread out. It is a good 25 to 30 minute drive to wherever you're looking to commute. It might be a little bit closer to like where McLaren would be, because McLaren is a hospital on the south side. So I'd say, it might be a little closer to McLaren. You might be able to take the highway up to 96, take it west and get off at Delta Township there. So that might be about 25 minutes. But Eaton Rapids, number 1, it has a cute little downtown as well. So maybe I should put that on a vlog tour so people could check it out. So in Eaton Rapids, it went up by 16% year over year. There were 100, and when I looked, it's not like they were so close to 100. I mean, they sold like 150 homes year to year. And they went from $228,000 up to $266,000. So what is this telling me right now? Something before I close here, the thing that I want to tell you that you might not realize is this. I did a search on every single community in the Greater Lansing, Michigan area. And I told you there were, that my criteria was that it has to be an area that has sold 100 homes or more. If it was 100 homes or less, I wasn't going to include it. If I would have included the 100 homes or less, we would have had a very different list. I have communities like Bath and Lanesburg and I want to say Potterville. Okay, these are small, very small communities, have very small schools, but they have homes. They were like 25% for Bath, 25% for Potterville, I want to say it was maybe a little bit higher than Okemos for Perry, which is further east. Okay, these cities had a higher appreciation. And I see Eaton Rapids, I would kind of clump together in some of those cities because it's a little bit further out. What is this data telling me? It's saying that a lot of people right now are paying top dollar for a house. And what they are doing is they are maybe thinking to themselves, do I have to be so close to work? Or can I branch out a little bit more and go to a place that's gonna be a little bit cheaper in price? Because you heard Eaton Rapids had a very affordable price range. Also, the thing about Eaton Rapids, they have very low taxes. Some of these other areas like Bath and Potterville have very low taxes. And so a trend I'm seeing is because of home prices going up, people are flocking to these rural areas that might not have a ton of people, and you might have to travel an extra 5 to 10 minutes to get to a restaurant or grocery store, but people have budgets, right? So again, this is just 1 year's worth of data that I'm giving you. I'm curious to see the trend if it continues, but that the highest appreciation happened in these extremely rural areas is very telling to me. I can't say it for a fact, but again, the data I have is kind of showing me a pattern. So again, I thank you for being able to hear this. I hope it was a great help, because I know that a lot of times with data, when I'm giving this to you, maybe it's not that exciting, but it should have been extremely informative for you if you're looking to move here, because you know what areas you can potentially look to. I gave you even price ranges of these areas as well too. Hopefully that was helpful as well, and so that you're greatly informed when it does come time for you to be able to purchase a home. If you are looking to purchase a home within 9 days, 90 days, 9 months, feel free to reach out to me. Call me, text me, email me, schedule a Zoom with me. All my information is in the description below. Also, if you liked what you saw, please, again, like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. That helps me, especially the like and subscribe, or even comments, helps me kind of see the, just the analytics of what you guys really want to see. So that's going to be key for some of you. Like the videos, subscribe. That's going to be extremely helpful to me when we've been doing this channel for going on 5 months right now, and I need to keep putting out new content. So again, I thank you so much for watching this, and until I see you next time, make it a great day. Take care.